That's impossible.
The film opens by showing the peak moment of a prom party at a high school. A student named Kat Walker has just been crowned prom queen in front of the entire school. However, right after that moment of her victory, her water suddenly breaks in the middle of the crowded party, an incident that is very embarrassing as well as surprising for everyone present there, because not a single person knows that Kat is pregnant. The story then goes back 3 months before that moment. Kat is depicted as an exemplary student who is highly accomplished, active in the school rowing team, and currently preparing to continue her education at Yale University together with her boyfriend, Travis. Travis even drives Kat and Hannah to school while discussing plans for a big barbecue event for the senior class, although he is reluctant to help put up posters for Kat's campaign as a prom queen candidate. Kat's close friend, Hannah, also accompanies her in planning their future after graduating from school, although Hannah herself once suggested that Kat still study within their state instead of following Travis to Yale. In the middle of that busyness, Kat also still has to deal with her ex-boyfriend, Simon, who is waiting for her near her locker. Simon feels their relationship ended without a clear explanation after Kat suddenly cut off communication, and he hopes they can still remain friends even though that feels awkward for both of them. In a weight-weighing session for the rowing team, Kat finds her weight has increased without her realizing the cause. She also experiences a problem when trying on her prom dress, which suddenly feels too tight until making its zipper tear. This incident makes Kat feel anxious and begin to worry that her school life, which has so far appeared perfect, will collapse. On the other side, Kat's mother, Abigail, who works from home, turns out to have just lost her job due to automation efficiency at her office. However, instead of discussing this financial problem openly with Kat, Abigail instead focuses more on supervising her child's eating patterns and exercise program so that Kat can reach a certain weight target for the upcoming rowing competition. Abigail chooses to hide the problem of losing her job from Kat and only tells it to their neighbor, a writer named Brad. In the middle of that pressure-filled situation, when Simon and Travis briefly quarrel competing for Kat's attention, Kat suddenly faints and is rushed to the hospital. There, the doctor examining her reveals a very surprising reality. Kat turns out to have been pregnant for 6 months. The doctor also warns that Kat is experiencing an eating disorder related to her sports activity, a condition that if continuously left could endanger herself as well as the baby she is carrying. Because her age has already reached 18 years, Kat decides to keep this pregnancy secret from her own mother. Simon, who knows Kat once fainted, comes to visit and shows his concern. Even so, the audience is shown implicitly that Simon is actually the biological father of the baby Kat is carrying, a reality that very much contradicts the perfect future plan that Abigail has arranged for her daughter together with Travis. Kat decides to hide her pregnancy and asks for Hannah's help, who immediately agrees and begins searching for information regarding baby adoption agencies. Several times, Kat tries to tell Simon about her pregnancy, including on one occasion when Simon is busy repairing a car. However, Kat always cancels her intention at the last moments before successfully revealing it. At another time, she accidentally overhears her mother's conversation, who is asking for money help from her own grandmother through the phone, indicating their family's increasingly serious financial difficulties that are not yet fully known by Kat. At the hospital, Kat once meets prospective adoptive parents who are interested in adopting her baby later. However, not long after that, Abigail finally admits openly to Kat that she has lost her job and is unable to finance her daughter's college, although Kat has actually received a full scholarship from another university. In the middle of that pressure, Kat is still demanded to reach her weight target in order to be able to appear in the school rowing championship, while Travis himself instead plans to invite Kat to stay overnight at a hotel after the prom event later. Kat finally successfully meets her weight target and wins the rowing competition, opening the way for her to continue college to Yale. However, in the middle of that achievement, her friendship with Hannah begins to crack because Hannah feels ignored, especially after Hannah herself is declared not accepted at all the universities she applied to. Hannah once stops communicating with Kat. Meanwhile, the adoption plan for Kat's baby is also canceled because the prospective adoptive parents who previously were interested decide to withdraw. Kat returns to meet her doctor, who again warns firmly so that Kat begins truly taking care of her own condition as well as her baby's. Prom night arrives. Travis secretly gives Kat a punch drink that has been mixed with alcohol. However, Kat refuses to drink it, which makes Travis mock her. Different from Travis, Simon instead behaves far more understanding and gentle toward Kat on that night. Returning to the film's opening moment, right after being crowned prom queen, Kat's water breaks in front of the entire school. Hannah immediately takes Kat to the nearest bathroom, and there, on the school bathroom floor, Kat truly gives birth to her baby directly with Hannah's help.
Don't. You're good. Hannah. I see the head. Okay, this is it, Kat. It's okay.
After that baby is born, they cut its umbilical cord using a bunch of keys that are there, then wrap that baby with a scarf that they have at that time. Several of their male friends who know about that incident try to digest what has just happened. However, they are still confused understanding the situation fully. Instead of taking Kat and her baby directly to the hospital, Hannah instead drives them home to Kat's house. At home, Kat even once tries learning how to hold and swaddle her own baby through a video tutorial that she finds online. Abigail, who returns home and finds that reality, immediately takes Kat along with her baby to the hospital. There, the doctors tell Abigail that her daughter's body condition is seriously underweight, although in the end, both Kat and her baby are declared in safe condition. Kat finally admits to Simon that he is the biological father of that baby. Kat conveys that she is not yet ready to raise a baby at this time, a decision that is finally approved both by her mother as well as by Simon himself. Simon then agrees to take responsibility for raising their baby, while giving space for Kat to undergo a recovery period as well as determine her own life choices going forward, instead of continuously being demanded to appear perfect in the eyes of others. At the end of the story, Abigail apologizes to Kat because she has given too great pressure to her all this time. Abigail herself is then depicted returning to pursue education to become a nutrition expert, and the film ends.